we start by you telling us your name?
My name is Raymond Mendoza.
All right, and living in Downers Grove?
Yes, sir.
All right. So these are the hearings for the city of Naperville's vehicle seizure and impoundment. And it's just kind of a fancy way of saying, we're here to see whether or not the police had the right to tow your car. Now, in order to get to the answer to that, we have to have these hearings so we have an idea of what happened. You get to tell your side of the story. But I do have to let you know that you have certain rights in these hearings that are important to understand. You have a right to be represented by an attorney of your own choosing and at your own expense. You have a right to bring in diagrams, maps, photographs, affidavits, witnesses, titles to your car, registration to your car, anything you think will help you present your side of the story. And then finally, you have a right to appeal. If there's a decision that goes against you and you disagree with that decision, you have a right to file an administrative appeal within 35 days of today. Now, on the bottom of a piece of paper I'll give you, it'll tell you how to appeal if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, most of what we do here today can be taken care of just with us talking. So the way we do these hearings is we'll hear from the police department about what happened, and then you can explain whatever it is you'd like to explain, and we'll try to make a decision and get you out of here.
Sounds good.
Sound fair?
Yes.
All right, so listen up, and then I'll have some questions for you.
Okay, case number in this matter is 2025-000-30910. Occurred on June 9th at about 7:01 p.m. in the evening near the area of Washington and Van Buren Street. Naperville police officers observed Mr. Mendoza in his vehicle, which is Illinois license plate Edward W. Williams 78000, a black Chevy Camaro. Observed him in the vehicle, driver's seat, and they were aware of his license was revoked at the time. He was ultimately arrested for driving with license, and the vehicle was towed, and Mr. Tofi was placed because of that.
All right, well, what did you want to tell me about all of that?
I believe my license was suspended the day previously, and I was not aware. And they were both, or it was because of a missed court date, and I've already taken care of those court dates as of now. So I'm already on the track to getting my license back, or at least fixing, coming to some sort of resolve. But it was a result of a missed court date, and I've already gotten one conviction revocated, if that's the right word. One was taken care of, and the other one had to refile for another date. I believe it's August 15th. So whatever happens with that date will determine whether my license will be given back to me or suspended or whatever after that. So this was the result of a missed court date.
Yeah, so you're in a tough spot because first of all, did you change addresses or anything along the way?
No, sir.
So you're in a tough spot because you might not have even known that your driver's license wasn't valid or whatever.
Well, if I may add, I did not know. I did not receive a letter in the mail till June 19th, and this happened on June 9th or June 8th.
Yeah.
So I received the letter in the mail on June 19th.
Well, until I started working as a lawyer, I didn't even know that the Illinois Secretary of State's office has more power and authority over your driver's license than the police do. In a sense, the Secretary of State tells the police whether or not you're allowed to drive. And in this case, it sounds like, according to them, you weren't, which is why you ultimately got arrested and your car towed. So the questions we have to answer in these hearings are, number one, was the car being used with permission of the owner? Well, of course it was. It's your car. Number two, was the driver, in this case, suspended or revoked and therefore unlawfully operating a motor vehicle? And it sounds like the answer to that is yes. Now, is it a result of anything bad that you did? No. I mean, you missed a court date. It could happen to anybody, and you're working on getting it fixed. But at the same time, the police weren't doing anything wrong either. They were just following the instructions of the Illinois Secretary of State. And I can't really say that they did anything wrong.
Well, wrong is in the eye of the beholder. I can say one thing is wrong, and you can say it's not so wrong.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I mean, the only thing else I could add is I was kind of targeted. It wasn't just like a traffic stop where I like drove by them and, you know, they radared me or gunned me and said, you know, I was driving illegal. I was actually targeted, and they knew who I was, and they actually caused kind of a big of a ruckus in downtown Naperville to pull me over. It kind of seemed like a felony stop, you know. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It kind of seemed like they were after me at kind of a felony
That
stop
may be-
because they knew who I was.
Yeah.
So when you know, that's all I want to throw in there. So that's
That
okay.
may be, I mean, listen, I wasn't there, I don't know what happened, but all I know is my decisions are pretty limited here. If there are issues for, you know, some sort of review of what the police did, that's up to a different authority.
Right.
The only thing I can do is give you a piece of paper that says that you were here today, that there was a decision in the city's favor, and that you now have 35 days to appeal if that's what you want to do. But it sounds like you're working on everything in court. I don't know, do you have a lawyer, or are you doing this yourself? So maybe you want to show this to your attorney and just say, here's what happened over at the police station. Is there anything else I can do? All right?
Yeah. I didn't really imagine you guys like writing me a check or like giving me my money back. So I just kind of
That'd be
figured,
nice.
yeah, and I
Well,
just
listen.
kind of figured, well,
Yeah, take this with you as proof of what we did,
Yeah.
and then you're free to go.
all right. Can I just say one more thing?
Of course.
I don't appreciate a third-party interloper interfering in my affairs. I'm a hardworking man. I'm a small business owner, and I do have a channel where I fill in police officers. So that's the main reason why that we're here. This is a retaliation because of what I do and how I do it. And yes, they did have a legal reason on June 8th. I believe my license was suspended and revoked. So on June 9th, they just happened to see me. We're talking about hours, like 12 hours maybe after my revocation. So they were pretty predatorial and then finding me. And like I said, I don't think there's anything. You said the Secretary of State's more powerful sometimes than the police, and I understand that. I've already dealt with other issues with the Secretary of State that had nothing to do with the police. Police are just doing their job, and they did what they had to do, right? So I would just like to say about the third-party interloper, I don't appreciate a third-party government system taking my money because this is the first time I've dealt with this. I've had my car towed before, I believe. I bet everyone in this room, maybe besides you guys in blue, have ever had your car towed before, but a lot of people have had their cars towed before. But I don't believe I've ever had a car towed and a third party taking my money, a government entity taking my money prior to that, releasing my vehicle. If you want to ask my opinion, there's a racial issue in that, and there's a little bit of bigotry because a lot of people can't afford $500 to get a piece of paper, to get another piece of paper to get your car back. To me, that basically says, do not come to Naperville. If you come to Naperville, this is what's going to happen. They're going to take $500 of your dollars, and then you got to get your car towed, and then it's another, what, $30 to $60 a day? So basically, if you do not have a lot of money, or if you're poor, if you're kind of, you're just making ends meet, and you're just paying the bills, this can really set you back quite a few dollars.
Just to be clear,
And the legality, you guys are in the right. You guys are okay. You guys are right. You guys got me. I have to go to court and I have to fight this. So you guys are in the right. I mean, you guys did what you guys got to do. But I just want to put this as an example. So if you come to Naperville, this is what can happen if you come to Naperville. If you get your car towed, you got to pay the police department $500 first to get a piece of paper to get your car, and then you got to pay the tow.
Well, again, just to be clear, this is a state of Illinois law that the city of Naperville enforces. So you might have a legitimate beef, but it's probably with your lawmakers in Springfield.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So I would recommend you contact your representatives, your senators.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for.
Yeah, I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Raymond.
Take care.
Anything else? Good.
No, you're fine.